So, Battletech Advanced 3062, the modded version of the Battletech game that we are all so familiar with by now, and the Flashpoint of unknown origin. This is technically given to us by the Draconis Combine, but it is, well, more formally, the... Thanks, Yang. Okay, hold on. It is more formally the DLC mini-campaign that was added on sometime after the game came out. We're doing the first Flashpoint here, and we will be following up with this series of Flashpoints, which may well bring this campaign to an end. It's a little bit overdue already, but I've been really enjoying the mechs that we have at our disposal. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and begin. Of unknown origin, high orbit around Tarragona, and the Draconis Combine liaison Renaud Yamaguchi is, well, welcoming us as best as he can. Between that and all of his sake-laden parties that I'm sure he has to get to. Now, the text on the screen, you guys can read it for yourselves. Whenever I try to, it just sort of ends up sounding a bit stilted and formal. Suffice to say, we're on a wild goose chase for someone that Yamaguchi does not have much respect for. You know, if any of you guys are still listening to this, I will say I'm tempted next time to do a sort of company report to begin things, as opposed to my standard hello, or welcome back, or alright. That used to be so prevalent. But anyway, there's a ship that is of unknown origin, hence the name, and the ISF dossier that he received refers to it only as, quote, a derelict spacecraft. So, this is something that holds interest because in the Battletech universe, lost technology is often better than what we have right now. I suppose generations of planet-wide, interplanetary even warfare will do that to you. But, well, he's off to get his hands clean of this, and we are here to get our hands dirty. So, let's run through and pick out our lance. Okay, here it is, 2 skull contracts. Pretty good salvage payout, I don't quite remember that, but maybe that's in the mod, I'm not entirely sure. Go ahead and take advantage of it though, and just claim 627. We'll get whatever they have to throw at us anyway, and we're not losing out much pay in that regard. Okay, so Flashpoints can still only bring 4 mechs, not everything else that's added on with mods and whatnot. So we are a little bit restricted. We have Viper in the Plasma Marauder. We have El Duce in the Atlas. I'll move him to first position because I do like to have some sort of good lineup for our initiative here. And we have a Hellbringer, or we have the Summoner, and I don't know which one I'd like to go with. I think we're going to do the Hellbringer. I need to do a revamp of the Highlander. We have enough funds now, so depending on what we get from this mission, I may go ahead and do that as well. And who's the Hellbringer pilots? I think is that Flathead? No, he's in the Summoner. Okay, it might be, is it Zephyr? Yeah, I've been mixing things up a little bit with my pilots. Chancellor? No. Right, Bobsled. Oh, this mission will provide Comfortable, which should give him an increase in piloting, I believe. We are losing his affinity with the old Orion, but that's alright. This thing has done its job admirably and is no longer of any real use. So, let's get on the drop.
Command interface initiated.
I do love watching that leopard come in and drop us off. There is an unidentified crime syndicate that we have been tasked with rescuing a VIP from, and this mountainous terrain is going to be a bit of a challenge. We're going to have to go up and around, I think maybe this way for the Atlas, and let's go around with the others here. Our Hellbringer and our Dervish are quite mobile, quite fast, and won't have any trouble with it, but the Atlas is very much not that. Can I go through this way? I don't want to get stuck going through that way if I can't, but we're going to give it a try. I think it looks like there's a single path we might be able to get through. Very well. Now, if I remember correctly, we should be fighting some people in the center. We're going to get flanked on the right-hand side and flanked on the left as well. We do have to eliminate all these syndicate defenses and avoid collateral damage, of course, in this definitely not city biome. Which, that shouldn't be too hard, I suppose. We're reserving down to 1 because, I mean, why wouldn't we? And I do want to take a look. Yep, okay, I can't actually go through there. That is disappointment. And we've wasted some movement, but worse things have, of course, happened many a time. So let's go ahead and get eyes on base, which we now have. Oh, yes. Sorry, Darius, I forgot to clear the area before establishing visual contact with the enemy. That's on me, man. I'm sorry. Griffin 6CV, this is definitely a pirate version, and we have an MRM-30 and an ERPPC. That MRM-30, well, it could bring significant firepower if allowed to shoot. We'll have to see. It's a hatchet man. That looked like either an AC-10 or an AC-20 shell. Could be either, really no telling at this point. And, yeah, okay, AC-10 double medium laser, nothing too special there. That should be okay. And you know what? We're just going to engage our bracing cockpit and fire away, because may as well. And that's decent accuracy. So, this is a good hidden firing position. Very nice. MRM-30 is destroyed. That takes a fair bit of firepower off of the board. Urban Mech. Is that an AC-20? Yeah, R60L, that should be an AC-20, and it is. That is not something that I want shooting at me for very long, because even a single hit could be catastrophic. We're just going to brace with Viper in the Marauder. I'm not a big fan of taking those 50% shots with this thing. The RPPC fires in and misses because our Hellbringer's 5 evasion pips are more than sufficient to keep him safe. Now, how big is my range? No, not big enough. Okay, we're going to sprint, and can I get good shots there? No, okay, so this is what I actually mentioned a couple episodes ago and got it a little bit wrong. If you see the differences in accuracy between the clan and non-clan SRMs, that's the difference in range between the two of them. So if we go here, we could still get some shots in the CT. That might be our best option for now. And we'll pop Battlelord to get the additional damage and accuracy, firing the Narc at standard. Yeah, that was quite a bit of orange, which of course means that we are hitting the internals, which I have no problems with. We're running a little hot with the Dervish, and I can't get too cocky about our positioning because a single AC-20 shell will still give me a bad day. Let's reserve down, see what they do. Hatchet Man. No joy. Very well. I'm fine with that. Go ahead and don't make contact all you like. I should have said that after the AC-20 fired. Oh, jeez. Okay, here comes the Griffin, ERPPC. No, and that's a dud. I thought that was going to be a hit, but nope. Looks like we're all right. Let's go ahead and reserve down to 2. We're going to disengage the bracing cockpit because I want us to sprint around here. And then we can make up for that accuracy with a precision strike. And do you have ammunition here? There is ammunition for the MRM. We might get more pieces if we kill it with the side torso. Maybe not. That sounded pretty catastrophic. Yep, only one part. We're going to end up with less salvage than we have salvage selections. It's an unfortunate problem, but it doesn't happen all that often. And I thought maybe, given that I am playing this modded, some things have been changed. It appears they have not. Since the last time that I played it. Left leg destroyed, so that should be a knocked down Urban Mech. And we did build a little bit of heat, although not too much. Really just very light armor on the R60L, and that's because of just the sheer mass of carrying around one of those AC-20s. It's a bit heavier than you can really feasibly manage. I want an unobstructed shot. I'm not sure I'm going to get one. Okay, there we go. Not great accuracy. Decent evasion? Yeah, 3 pips on the hatchetman. That's pretty decent, to be honest. But we can switch to the HE ATMs, 92.7% chance to hit, and let's just go for the core. Bit of a long intro to this episode, because I was feeling like waxing a little bit poetic, which, I mean, it's always a bad decision, but, sue me. Well, don't sue me, actually. I'd rather not be sued. Oof. Going from bad to worse here. And let's go ahead and get the Dervish firing now. Because we did use Battlelord previous round, we don't have access to a Precision Strike, which, I mean, that is what it is. We can turn off one of the SRM-6s to drop some heat. Yeah, more than enough to get the kill anyway. Although, yep, only one salvage part. Oh, that's right. We should have more Op 4 as soon as we secure the base. Maybe? Should be. Yeah, okay. If that's the case, we should try and get someone down there sooner rather than later. That way we're not sitting up here all night. Let's see. Let's get the... well... You know what? No reason not to just reserve down. And let's get the Atlas on the move. Show off that firepower just a little bit, if you would. Precision strike, and get rid of this troublesome priest. I mean, Urban Mech. Jeez. Oh, I don't even know what all exploded. Did he have AC-20 ammunition in that leg? That would explain it. That definitely would explain it. Okay, well, we'll get the Marauder moving down. We should also probably get something fast. Let's get the Dervish up here, and we'll use the Hellbringer to protect our Atlas up on the high ground, just in case we run into an ambush and need a fast mover up there as well. Hey. Yeah, okay. I thought we'd get ambushed from that side. Excavator mech. Not really that interested in picking up an aggro mech or anything like that, but small chem lasers, MML5, light AC5, really? I mean, I suppose. To each their own, but I wouldn't make that choice, not in a million years. Different strokes for different folks. So let's come down here. We still do need to get to that base, but I'm going to take a little bit of a cautious tack as we get down into the Op 4. There's a Griffin and a Shadowhawk. 7D Shriek SRM-4. That's some pretty decent tech for some pirates. So let's go ahead and shoot in. Nothing fancy. Actually land all 4, which is pretty rare. Also quite toasty for that excavator mech. He's going to have a very hard time next turn firing anything at all, or even surviving, because it shouldn't be too hard for us to put a couple well-placed SRMs right into that center torso down there. So, okay, our Atlas can engage his bracing cockpit now. I don't mind that. And that's a decent shot. Can I get a... ooh, that's direct. You, sir. I mean, a bracing cockpit isn't enough to get rid of the obstructed into forest, size delta, moved, etc., etc. But we can certainly, well, try. Battlelord will bring us up to 63% chance. Most everything except for the light PPC that's in the center torso. Good contact. Both the heavy thunderbolts making it in. And that's lost evasive there, so we have an opportunity to follow up. Griffin just giving some light fire and nothing really too glamorous from him. We should be able to handle this, I think, relatively quickly. Feeling pretty good about it now. Let's see what was opened. Yep, so CT's opened on the Shadowhawk and the Excavator mech. This should be pretty devastating. We're going to switch to Sanders just for the increased accuracy. When some of these CTs open like that, I don't necessarily care as much about ammunition as I do about crits, although, having said that, of course, HE might have just gotten the job done with that increased damage output, and now I kind of wish that I had the ability to split my fire, which of course I do not. So, okay, that's horrible. That's not quite as horrible. So we'll shoot in here, try to go for the kill on this end. Narc launcher, bunch of SRMs, and not able to get it. That's actually kind of impressive. There's only 53 left on that Excavator mech's center torso, and we just weren't quite able to get it done. Griffin following up. PPC coming in. Light missile fire. Nothing to really write home about there. We should have the drop on the other two, and we do. This is because of our precision strikes slowing them down. Otherwise, they would be going right now, and well, at least they'd be going with us, right? So both the mechs moving on 5, would be moving on 6. We'd be taking turns. There's the kill. Brutal shot right to the center torso there, and you'll love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Dervish, on the other hand, I would like to see if we could finish off. Oof, that's really bad with the forest. Would like to see if we could finish off that Shadowhawk. I mean, 5 points of internal structure left is pretty negligible. Just maybe. Let's go with Battlelord, and come on, I need one missile. Ah, there we go. Alright, that's the one missile we needed. Okay, now we have Bobsled, but there's no point in moving him yet because we can, of course, follow up with our Atlas first. There's smoke in the way. This is going to be a really, really piss-poor shot. Except precision strike, so we're getting about 50 or so % additional accuracy. And let's just pound right through the CT on that Griffin. It's a 1N. I mean, it's fancy-ish, kind of Lost Tech-ish, probably. Actually, not entirely sure. I didn't even look at his loadout. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, no. LRM-10 PPC, that's standard tech for this era. Okay, we're going to come around the front here, I guess, the Hellbringer C, and open up the HE missiles. Oof, just diminishing my accuracy a little bit. Let's try for it. Yeah, I'm not able to get it. Griffin Rugged is pretty good for providing additional structure and keeping my opponents on the board longer than I would like them to be. Let's get the Dervish down, and he'll secure that base. Should take one more turn, 2 at most. And say we're done. And this shot is going to be precision strike. It's not meant to kill. And because of that, I'm only going to fire 1 to save the ammunition. It's simply meant to slow the Griffin down to 4, which succeeds. Although, hey, we blew something up because, yeah, well, he's not happy. And we're just going to stand here and shoot. Right, why is that an overheat warning? Shouldn't be. We need TM12s. There we are. Yeah, that's a dead mech. Do we even need to... Sumair's touching down. We haven't secured the base yet. Sumair, go away. We're not ready. I mean, I guess that's the op for it, but it shouldn't be the mission. Grace. Because, I mean, what happens if we have enemy reinforcements after we secure the base? Is she just down here? Where do I have to go? Can I go up this way? I can't. I have to go around. That's really annoying. I hate it when that happens. It's technically a 1-level difference on that side of the base structure, so you have to go around it and come back up. Which is a complete pain in my keister. Alright, there it is, secured with Dervish. That'll be the mission. Incoming transmission. Hey Mercs, don't know who you are, but I'd get the hell out of here if I were in your shoes. Don't know who you're messing with. From Valentin, Il Rospo Haas. Well, that's our cliffhanger, I guess, for next time. Thank you all for hanging around, and we'll see you again real soon.